Well, good morning, YouTube. This is Chuck. Today I'm coming to you from about a half a mile south of town on the main highway that connects us to the Phoenix metro area. I got a little firefighter story for you today that happened right at this precise spot. So let me set it up and tell you about it. I'm going to turn the camera around. We're going to have some traffic noise. It's not real busy today, but there's some traffic coming by. But this happened about, probably 1995, if I remember correctly. Because we just got in a brand new truck, and you'll see how that fits into the story here in a minute. But the distance between our town and the next town with a fire station is about 65 miles or so. And so this stretch of the highway between here and there is not covered. So we responded about 35 miles south, or we cover that area about 35 miles south. And by the time I retired, we were running about 50 calls a year down through here, mostly for highway related stuff, and a lot of those were wrecks. Well, one morning we got a call for an accident south of town. And so we would send an engine, and usually the supervisor, the duty chief, would go along on those calls as well. And I was the duty chief that morning. And so we started heading south on this straightaway. And I was behind the engine. Now, our engine would run 72 miles an hour. That's as fast as it would go. And so partway down this straightaway, I'll spin back around and show it to you again. And you can see down there, there's traffic coming, way down there. Well, we were coming down this straightaway, and we came up behind a guy traveling in the high-speed lane, and he was driving one of those old Datsun pickups, the little mini trucks, either Datsun or Toyota, I don't remember, but it was one of those little mini trucks that were popular at the time, and he was driving about 50 miles an hour. Now, we come up behind him with the fire truck, siren screaming, lights flashing, and the guy didn't realize we were there, and he's putting along about 50 miles an hour. Now, we're always trained not to pass on the right, because if he suddenly discovered that we were there, then he could make a sudden move to the right and run into us. So the proper procedure at that time is to slow down behind him and make lots of noise until he realizes you're there and he pulls over. So anyway, right about in this area here where we're standing, we're running along about 50 miles an hour trying to get this guy to get out of the way. Well, I looked in my mirror, and way down at the end of that straightaway, I saw wigwag headlights coming, and so I figured that was probably highway patrol, because this was their territory. So just about the time we got where I'm at, and I'm going to pan around and show you as the traffic goes by here. Just about the time that I got right where I'm standing right now, you can see where the van's parked down there, there's a little pullout. Well, just about that time, the driver of that little pickup truck, he suddenly realized that there's a big red fire truck behind him, and pulled his head out of wherever he had it at. And just about the time he did that, right alongside me, right about in this same spot, the highway patrol car went flying by. I don't know how fast he was going, but all four of his wheels were locked up, sliding. He must have been going well in excess of 100 miles an hour, because I was doing about 50, because we were stuck behind that truck. Well, that highway patrol car went sliding past me, and I could see the hubcaps. I could tell the wheels weren't turning at all. There was smoke rolling off the wheels. And that little old man made a beeline for that pullout. And then there was just enough room between that little old man's truck and the front of our fire truck that highway patrol car went flying through there and then just kept on going to the call. The captain on the engine said that he missed the front bumper of our fire truck by about a foot. Well, I can remember three things going through my mind at the time. The number one thing was that he was going to end up hitting the pickup and then going to take out the fire truck, and I saw it coming enough and I was back far enough, I think I probably could have got out of the way. But the second thing that I thought about was that we would never get to the call that we were originally responding to, because we were all going to get taken out by this. And I remember the third thing is that was the Arizona Department of Public Safety Highway Patrol at that time was running a bunch of big old Chevrolet Caprice patrol cars, and this was one of them. And I remember looking over at that, and the thought crossed my mind after I was wondering how damn fast he was going. The thought crossed my mind was, those things are supposed to have anti-lock brakes, and those anti-lock brakes on that car aren't working. So we missed a catastrophe by about a foot that day, and it would have been a heck of a thing, and it would have taken out our brand new fire truck and a highway patrol car and very probably killed the old man in the truck. And so we had almost a tragedy that day. I thought I'd tell you about it. And it's a beautiful day out here on the highway, and I'll catch you on another one here pretty quick. So like I always tell you, take care of each other, love each other. Let me spin around one more time to show you that straightaway. No cars coming right at the moment. So we'll get back to you again real soon on another one. So for right now, I'll just tell you peace out.